Hey, good afternoon, Eron. We are live now on YouTube and we're streaming live.
Good evening, everybody, or afternoon. Happy to be with
Mhm.
you, Bobby. Hope
Mhm.
all's well.
Yes, thank you. Yes. Wanted to do a part two recording on our investment academy. It's a multifamily real estate investment academy that's coming up on June 11 this year. It's coming up soon, so it will be in person. It will be at the Glen Ellen office of Keller Williams Premier Properties. Again, Glen Ellen, 45 South Park, Suite 300. We will be in the training room. There is an option of doing it, attending remotely. That is, we will have a Zoom link to it. But Aaron, just wanted to cover again. Let's start with the why. Why did you think about putting this together? I know it's kind of a large level of effort, actually. Why did you want to put this together, and who is the ideal client who should be attending this academy?
Sure. Well, one, I want to thank you for taking on a large part of the effort of advertising and just really helping with those tasks. But how I came up with the idea is there's a lot of different websites or advertisements that go out on certain social media, really for people looking to jump into real estate investing. I know there's a series of shows on certain channels on cable television or even on YouTube or I should say social media. I shouldn't mention one because I don't want to get myself into a legal pickle. But uh, that talk about real estate investing, and it's only grown over the last probably 10 15 years, become really popular on certain networks and social media. And what I've noticed from some of those platforms or programs that people will attend is you're either investing in another investor's project, some company's project, or you're paying for very expensive classes or coaching sessions to only wind up after the end of those sessions, or coaching sessions or classes to pay for even more expensive coaching or classes or sessions. And the projects, if you're investing in another investor's project, they're promising or offering some type of return. Our program, our real estate investment academy, the idea came to me that we should do something different. We're not offering necessarily an academic experience. We're offering people who are professionals in the topic they're going to speak in, do this day in and day out, for a nominal fee. And Bobby, you can share the fee information now or towards the end. Um, Tell people before they put ink to paper. And so I'll be covering the legal aspects of investing, the contract we use. You'll be covering, I know, the numbers, how to identify property, working with an agent versus not working with an agent. I can talk about the pros and cons of that as well. We'll have a lender who can talk about getting your financial house in order before you even think about investing, the different programs that are an option, down payment requirements, things you might want to think about, clearing up your credit, or how to do those things. Having a home inspector, identifying maintenance issues, talking about potential problems that he might see in a home or might not see in a home, how to go about identifying property from a maintenance and maintaining it. Should you go forward, things to think about just from the repair and maintenance standpoint. There'll be an insurance person to talk about protecting your asset after you close on it. We're also covering the legal risks of buying investment property, entity formation. So, various topics. It's basically a 1 day boot camp to get you in the mindset of, is this the right thing for you? Should you be a real estate investor? We can't guarantee any returns, but it's going to help make you a better investor. Get you prepared to think about, is now the time for me to invest, or should I take a step back before I start putting paper and pen together?
Yep, absolutely. So this is really timely because right now the markets are shifting a little bit again, and there's a lot of opportunity to as a seller for single detached home or even attached family homes, there's an opportunity for sellers. But in the same token, rent prices are outpacing inflation. Rent increases are outpacing it as well, the home appreciation. So for someone who would be able to invest in a multifamily, be it 1 units, 2 units, 3 units, up to 4 units, which our academy is centered on, there's a huge opportunity for someone who's an investor to actually acquire and procure and have a cash flow for a multifamily investment property. The last figure I read, there are some markets, of course, contingent on the metropolitan market. Miami is really top in the nation in terms of really outpacing inflation in terms of rent increases. Chicago is up there as well. If you are an investor, if you are in Chicagoland, Chicago for the most part, uh, you can command a pretty higher market rent. But we will not be, Aaron, let me defer to you really quick. Not in scope is Cook County and Chicago strategies in terms of multifamily, if you don't mind sharing that a little bit.
Yeah, so what the academy or the boot camp, if you will, is going to cover is we use a form contract here, especially if you're working with an agent and an attorney. There's a form contract we use called the 7.0 contract or multi board residential real estate contract 7.0. And so we're going to be focusing on DuPage, Kane, Will, Kendall, Lake, McHenry. And if you're looking to invest in Chicago, if you're looking to invest in the suburbs of Cook County, if you're looking to enter into a rental agreement or do things in Cook and Chicago, Evanston, the suburbs of Cook County, I'll touch on it very briefly. That is not the that's not the seminar we're providing. We're focusing on everybody outside that area and the Illinois landlord tenant statute, how to prepare to invest in those areas. Cook County has its own landlord tenant statute. Cook County and Chicago and Evanston have things that go above and beyond what the state statute has. Municipalities, just like you know, anywhere else, Wheaton, Naperville, everybody else can add their own requirements on landlords. Carroll Stream can have for example, has a rental license requirement. Woodridge, if you own more than 2 units, can make you go through a process of getting licensed and doing inspections with the municipality every year. So each municipality can include its own requirements. We'll touch on various things, short-term rentals versus long-term rentals versus flips, things and considerations to think of. But we're not going to be focusing heavily on Cook County and Chicago, Evanston, places like that. So if you're looking for that, we'll touch on it, but it's not going to be top heavy on that.
Yep, absolutely. And thank you, Aaron, for clarifying that. Again, before I go back to the details on the cost of the academy, I wanted to do a recap of really the topics that will be covered by this 1 day seminar or academy. You can take a look at here. It looks like a flow chart as well, but those are the key topics that will be discussed and covered. Our lender, Chris Wise, has recorded his session, but he will be available for Q&A portion of it. So you can just, I'm not going to read them all on all of the boxes, but if you'll see in here and all of the topics that will be covered in this academy, it really is heavy on managing risk from a legal perspective. I'll cover the financial analysis, how to calculate the market price in a specific property, be it 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, and 4 units. There are a lot of methodologies that are out there, but there are also some additional tools which I'll share. In the academy, we won't do a really deep dive analysis because I will just have 1 hour for my portion, but I will share a lot of or 100% of the accepted methodologies in doing financial analysis. Again, pretty heavy on legal risk management and all of the just the life cycle of the ownership of the property, maintaining the property, And then um, we won't touch too much on other strategies like buy and flip. More so, Aaron, correct me if I'm wrong. This is more like a buy and hold strategy from a
That's
perspective.
correct. So one of the things that we're offering, if you want to put up the pricing, Bobby, is a slide if you can show that. So after you pay for the 1 day academy session, I keep calling it a boot camp, but the 1 day academy session, I keep calling it and referring to it as a boot camp because it's intensive. It's a lot of information crammed into a 1 day session. But after you pay for that, we're willing to refund a portion of the money towards a year subscription. You'll get coaching with myself, where you get some time, and that's provided to you. You can call and ask me questions. I can answer questions as they come up. Normally, attorneys don't just give away a portion of time free, so that's included in the subscription. There's other discounts and things provided. We've partnered with a mobile notary who's willing to give a discount. That information will be provided. You don't have to use her exclusively, but as a real estate investor, you're going to need documents notarized, so she's willing to do that and provide her services. We have another partner who does is a pest control contractor. You'll probably, and I'll explain the strategy for this, want to have your units prior to renting them out. Get a clean bill of health every single time, even if there are no issues, just so you can do your due diligence, and I'll explain why. He's willing to give some type of discount. He already provides one if you pay cash, but there will be additional discounts. And so we'll have other partners that are willing to provide things. So all the pricing and strategies are discounts and partners will be listed as they come. And so you can work with me and call in if you do subscribe to have that free coaching as well. There's a portion that's provided there. And so um, if you're looking to do flips, where I was going with this is I can talk to you about some methodology and things you should think about from a legal standpoint if you're doing that. But the purpose of the investment academy is more of a buy and hold to build generational wealth or to build some type of passive income. We can't guarantee any financial returns. Just like if you go see a financial planner or a stockbroker, they're going to give you all types of disclosures that say we can't guarantee financial returns. The purpose of this investment academy is another reason I wanted to do this is calculating risk. If you put in the right plan, if you work with professionals, and you are smart about how you calculate risk and form the right entities and have all the legal paperwork in place, you can minimize your risk. In life, there is nothing that you can do that is risk free. Unfortunately, we all, if we get in a car or in a bus or an airplane, there's always some risk, but we can diminish our risk by doing things correctly, having the right formulas in place, having the right documents in place, working with the right professionals. And in return, we minimize our risk.
Yep, absolutely. So going back to the pricing information, it's $149 for in-person attendance. You bring friends and family with you. Your price is reduced to 119 per person. If you bring, that's if I don't know if we can give additional discounts if bring a group of five or something like that. It may be something that Aaron can consider. But for online attendance, it's $99. It's free to first responders and veterans, so that's 100% zero cost to first responders and veterans. And then there's also, again, as Aaron mentioned, there's an option of having a 1 year membership subscription. Now, that's exclusive of the Academy tuition, so that's in addition. The cost on that one is $500. All of the benefits for the membership 1 year subscription is on the Eventbrite page. What I'll probably do is, depending on the number of characters allowed by YouTube, I'll put the all of this information as well on the show notes. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, call or text 773-372-7564. Or you can email me my name, Bobby, no underscore or hyphen, Bobby Taruk, my last name, at kw.com. And then Aaron, I haven't memorized your phone number, but what's your phone number?
Yep. You can call me at 847-284-0539. Again, 847-284-0539.
Okay, one last thing. Do want a shout out to all of our other sponsors. I thought I have their logo here, but Allstate, which is a local agency in the north suburbs, Tony Wunsch. She will be speaking on insurance, so property and casual insurance as well. So she's a major sponsor. And then Gary, the home inspection man, Gary Monfelli, he does a lot of our inspections for our clients. He will be one of the speakers as well. So, Aaron, that's all I have. Is there anything we're missing? Any last words from you?
No, I think if you're looking to be a real estate investor, this is a very small investment that you can make in yourself. You're getting an opportunity to hear from professionals who work in this field every single day. You're getting to attend a seminar where you can have your questions addressed. Learn about how the real estate contract works. Especially if you've never bought an investment property, you can ask questions. Uh, hear about some strategies. Learn about landlord-tenant relationships. Ask questions even if they're about short-term rentals, and get some more information before you go out there and waste time on a home inspection. The price of this is probably going to cost you less than a home inspection. You can learn about entity formation, options for insurance, things that you don't even know might exist, on how to target properties and save yourself time and money before you even do that. And if you form an entity, if you're going to be a real estate investor, now is the perfect time. There's still plenty of 2022 left, and this can be a business cost that you probably can write off on your taxes. I say probably because I don't know your tax situation, but it can be considered a business expense. And so if you're forming an entity, this is going to probably be something you can write off on your taxes.
Yep, absolutely. And one last thing I want to make mention as well before I forget is that if you look at how the stock market has been performing, i.e., someone who has a 401k, some Roth in there, I'm not sure if the 529 is also tied to the stock market, but anyone who has even single stock positions, if you look at the stock market and how that's taken a beating, I think the NASDAQ or one of those indices are down 20% for the year. But if you look at your equity position in real estate, especially for a multifamily that is bringing income and cash flow to an investor, it's a no-brainer. Why? I would encourage everyone to be having assets in real estate. So it's a no-brainer again. So we both, Aaron and myself, are investors. We do have an investment property in Florida. Aaron will have, he has one right now and potentially one more and more as the years to come. So we are practicing in the business. We just don't teach us like academia. We do practice what we teach. So
That's
that's my
correct.
last message.
Well, thank you, Bobby, for hosting this. And I guess my last words would be, it's something to consider. It's a great way to build generational wealth if you buy it correctly.
Yep, absolutely. Aaron, we're going to end the broadcast right here. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Bobby. And as always, until next time, happy closing.